goodness. Hello. Hi,
Hi, Cruz.
Hi, Addie. Hi, Leon. Hi, who is that? Oh, I know who that is. That's Ben and Olmo and Ruby. Oh, it says Carter. Hi, Carter. Nice. All right, guys, welcome aboard. And, oh, there's Emmy. I see Emmy now. Hi, Emmy. And let me go ahead and get started. Let's see who else joins us today. We are going to Nearpod pretty soon. I just have to go over a few things. Asa is not with us at the moment. I don't see him. So let's see if we can have a substitute. Teacher helper. Ooh, wait, put your hands down. Let's have a contest. Oh, wait, maybe. No, that's not him yet. Okay. Everybody's hands are down, all the way down, all the way. No. Okay, when I say go, but I haven't said it yet. 1, 2, 3, go. Ben. Whoa. But wait, it was between Ben and Emmy, so let's have a final contest. They both raised it at the same time.
I was the fastest.
Sorry, Leon, please don't unmute. Emmy and Ben. Okay, when I say go. Ready? And whoever gets it, we're happy for them, right? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Just kidding. Okay, one more time. Wait, one more time. Put your hands all the way down. Make sure there's no hands in the air. Down, down, down. Down. All the way, Ben. And 1, 2, 3. Go. He did win. It was Ben. All right, Emmy, we'll get you next time. We will get you next time. Thank you. Let's go on and let's do it, Ben. Tell me our promise.
Okay. The P means participate. The R means be respectful. The O means on time. The M means microphones muted. I means include name in Zoom window. But S means stay seated, and E means eyes on the teacher.
Excellent. Thank you. Wonderful. Oh, we have another friend coming in. Okay, great. Ooh, it's our weekly spotlight. And guess who it is? It is Ben. So we have to work fast so we can get to our game today. Hope you have a good one picked out. I'm sure it's going to be fun. And Ruby for amazingly detailed responses. And Michael for working hard. Excellent. Keep up the good work. All right, back to you, Ben. What is today?
It's Thursday, December 1, 2022.
Fabulous.
And you
December.
write 12/1/2022.
Yes, very good. Nice job. All right, it's December. We're in a new month, and look who it is. Let's give a big monkey clap for our friends Asa and Christopher. Yay, happy birthday. Hopefully they join us through the month of December. Now, Carter, can you type it in the chat so I can keep running along? Type it in the chat. What are we doing today? Using digital and analog clocks, we're going to tell and write time to the nearest 5 minutes. Okay, wait a minute. You know this. We're using AM and PM appropriately. We're going to express portions of an hour, like parts of an hour, using fractional terms like half or quarter, all that. Next steps. Now, this is next week's lesson. I'm going to bounce back to our place value next week, okay? So next week we're going to do 10 more, 10 less. But that's important because it's in your standards and you need to know it also. Okay. But now, I know that you're sitting there and you're saying more clocks. Why? Why do we have to have more clocks? Well, there's a reason for that. I have been noticing some work coming in and some DBAs, and I definitely want to make sure that you understand how to read a clock and represent the time. So here's the things I noticed. I'm not going to name any names. I don't know who it is, but here's what I've noticed. Some people do long and shorthands. They draw them and the shorthand is not short. They're like the same size. So we have to make sure that when we draw an analog clock, the hands show which one it is. We have a short one and we have a long one. And what else did I notice? Oh, this one's a big one. The hour hand moves too. He doesn't just get stuck on the number and stay there the whole hour. He moves very slowly in between the numbers, the hours. He moves very slowly, but he doesn't just sit there and do nothing. He moves too. Half past the hour is halfway, and that's part of that little, keep moving, that little hour hand. He's not stuck on a number. He needs to move to show, oh, it's halfway between 1 and 2. Or it's really close to 2 o'clock. So move that little hour hand as close as you can. 1/4 to, quarter after. That was a big one in the DBAs. A lot of kids just need a little more practice with the fractions of the hour. Minutes between the numbers. Only a couple of kids forgot how many minutes are between numbers. And those are 5. And then learning how to count by 5s. And then AM versus PM and what time of the day they change. What else is tricky about clocks? Anybody have any thoughts? What's hard about clocks? Anybody? Anybody? Leon, what do you find tricky about reading the time on clocks?
Well, the clocks, well, when the little hand moves,
Yeah.
it moves all around the clock twice each day.
Yes, that's right.
And the big hand goes all around the clock.
Oh, very nice. And so do you find that tricky or easy?
Easy.
Oh, good. Is there anything hard about reading clocks?
Oh yeah.
What's hard?
Well, the best thing it's hard about it is 100 plus 100. That's a difficult.
I know what you're saying. I think I know what you're saying. Solving problems using time. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that can be tricky. Thank you, Leon. Can I go to someone else? Anybody else? Anybody? Oh, I see an Emmy. Go for it, Emmy. What's hard or tricky about reading?
You know about clocks? It's kind of difficult when it tells you what o'clock means. You'll put it 30 or like a different number.
Yes, that's true. You're right. And knowing how to the names for all the times can be a little tricky. We might say
Emmy.
Leon, is that you? Don't do that. Who's that? We might say 1:15. We might say quarter after 1. We might say is different terms for it. The o'clock, that's a tricky one too, but that's one of my favorites. All right, one more friend. Anybody else have a thought about what's tricky? Addie.
Okay, I have a clock right here to show you. So when it's in between, when the hour hand, which is the red hand's in between, it's tricky to see if it's on the 11 or that, but it's on the 10 really.
Exactly. It is
So-
hard to read it. Especially when the clocks are written really small in your work, right?
Yes, 10:37.
Oh, you're going to the very minute. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Addie, for sharing that. Leon, I agree. Digital clocks can be a little tricky. Some kids don't know what the 2 dots are for or where the numbers go. All right, sit tight. Everybody put your stuff down. Put a big old smile on, and here we go. Nearpod. This is a quick one because we want to get to our game, Benito's game. So let me put this in the chat. Give me just a second.
No, we're gonna do it quick.
You don't need it in the
Ben, I'm going to keep you muted. I'm not sure. I'm muting. Oh, I'm going to eat you for dinner. Don't break your promise. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Cruz has to find things. Okay, finally found it. All right, here it is. To everyone, here is the Nearpod link. And the code is PV2RS. Everyone, good. All right. I better stop sharing and meet you there before I forget. Okay, you can join at any time. You know that. You also know that if you're unable to join the Nearpod for any reason, you can write your answers in the chat, or you can wait to receive the self-paced Nearpod, which, by the way, most of the time is also put on my on our announcement pages. So when you look at each subject, like if you go to math or science and you see the little tabs across the top, if you go to, I think, the second tab, it says office hours and announcements. Click on that tab and you will see a little part at the bottom, and it gives you the Nearpods that we use. Okay, so you can always check there if you can't get to your parents' email. All right, guys, let's see who's in. I have 7 friends in. This is the time to the nearest 5 minutes. Our essential question of the day is, what is the difference between digital and analog clocks? And how do I tell time to the nearest 5 minutes on an analog clock? This is an action-packed Nearpod, so get ready. All right, here we go. Leon, you're out of the chat now, right? Yes? Okay. You're out of the chat?
Another close item.
Are you out of the chat?
Yeah.
Thank you. Please stay out of the chat unless you have an answer or a question. No little mad faces. Here is a digital clock. On the next slide, you will learn about digital clocks. Pay attention to how the hours and minutes are represented on a digital clock. So the hours go first. Just like when you read an analog clock, you look at the shorthand first. Tell me what hour it is. I don't need to know how many minutes it is. Can you imagine if somebody asked me, what time is it, Mrs. Cruz? And I said, it's 42 minutes. Is that telling the time? No. All right. So we need to make sure that, oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, let's see. On a digital clock, the hours that, Leon, please stay out of the chat, or I'm going to have to call somebody at home. On a digital clock, the hours and minutes are separated by 2 dots. Now, that's how we separate it, okay? Just like there's a door between, I don't know, your bedroom and the hallway. There's a separation, and we don't use a wall or a door. We use 2 dots on an analog clock. We have the hour, the little separator, which is a 2 dots. It's called a colon. A colon? Yeah, that's what it's called. And then the minutes that are past the hour. Somebody unmute, or actually all of you unmute and read the time to me. Start with the hour and read it. 0. Thank you. Make sure you're muted. Now, 10, it's 10 o'clock, and it's 15 minutes past the hour. That's how we write it. If we wrote it backwards, it would say it's 15 minutes and 10 o'clock. That doesn't make sense. So we make sure that we write it like a little sentence. That was like we're writing it. We're reading it. So 10, 15. Next, write the time shown on the digital clock. If you can't do it here, put it in the chat. Now is the time to type it in the chat. If you can, write the time shown on the digital clock. You're just copying. That's all you're doing. You just have to copy it. What does that time say? Yes, very good. All right, on the count of 3, everybody unmute and tell me what time it is. Go, 1, 2, 3.
7:20, 7:20, 7:20, 7:20.
Excellent. 5, 4, 3,
7:20.
1. Don't get to 0. Okay, good work. It is 7:20. If you wrote anything else, you didn't read the clock. It says 7. It's 7 o'clock and 20 minutes after. Very nice. Okay. It could be in the morning and it could be in the evening. We don't really know what time it is. So let's look at the analog clock. We just did digital practice. Now we're going to do analog clocks. Here we go. This is an analog clock. It has 2 hands. You have 2 hands. Hold up your hands. Now make one really short and one really long. That's right. If the longer hand is called your little minute. So take your long hand and tick, 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 tick. 60 ticks. Oh, my arm's getting tired. 60 ticks. 60 minutes around the clock. Now, now put your long hand back up at 12. Take your little short hand. And now you're going to go around the clock nice and smoothly, smoothly. Ooh, my arm's going to fall off. No, oh, yeah, all the way up. 12 hours, nice and smooth. Beautiful job. There are 60 minutes in every hour. How many minutes in every hour? If you said 60, not 6, not 16, 60. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 minutes in every hour. But instead of counting every single minute, you can group by 5s. All right, unmute. We're going to count by 5s. Ready, set, go. 5,
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60,
28, 29.
Stop. Let's count one at a time. 28, 29. Count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
45,
50,
10, 25, 30, 35,
60.
5, 10, 15, 20, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55,
4,
60.
3,
55, 50,
2,
35.
don't get to 0. You won't stay for the game. I promise. If you make me go to 0, you're not staying for the game. Good work. Good work. I love you guys. 60 minutes in every hour instead of
Thank
counting
you.
every. Okay, I'm gonna have to make a little list of people and then not let them join the game. On the next slide, you will watch a video about analog clocks. Don't make Miss Cruz sad. As you watch, notice how to count the minutes by 5s. Here we go. Now, this is a video. We're gonna play it. We may not watch the whole thing, but let's try.
Now let's see how we can use counting by 5s to help us tell time to 5 minutes. Each number on the clock shows 5 more minutes passed.
So that's one of the questions that was on a question that was important to the module. How many minutes are in between each number?
So if you count by 5s, you'll learn this really fast. Look at the hour hand.
Oh, it's pointing.
What number?
Is it past the 10 yet? It's still part of 9 o'clock.
Number has it passed? That will be the hour. Wasn't that a blast? Now count by 5.
Okay, let's see. So it's still part of 9 o'clock. So we'd say 9 something. Now we start at the 0 or the 12 and go count by 5s and see where our minutes have landed. 5, 10, 15, 20. Stop. Look where it is. It's exactly on the 20. It is not.
5s. Starting from the 1.
39.
Just say the hour now and say the minutes then. The ones you counted up by 5s, let practice now begin. Look at the hour hand. It's a little past 9. 9 is the hour. Now look at the minute hand. It's pointing at the 4, so we count by 5s 4 times. 5, 10, 15, 20.
What time is on that clock? Is it 8:20, 9:20, 4:45, or I don't know? Oh, I see the right answer. Thank you. That's right. It wasn't past the 10 yet. It was still part of 9. The only answer there that has a 9 o'clock is B, and it also matches the minutes. Okay, let's scooch on. Let's try the next one.
5.
Oh, you guys ready to try the
The
next
hour
one?
hand is past the 6, and the minute hand's on the 2. What time is it, Cuckoo?
Oh, wait, I have to go back and show you so you can see it again. Go back. All right, there it is. Can y'all see that? Look at the hour first and then count the minutes. All right, guys, I'm ready. See if you got the answer.
What time is it, Cuckoo?
Oh, okay. I see something. I see a misconception, a boo-boo, a thing we need to practice. Yes, you should go with the shorthand first. Maybe you forgot where the shorthand was, but it was not near the 2. The little shorty hand was near the 6. So that's the number of the hours, 6:10. If you got 6:10, you got it right. Let's try the last one.
Of 2:25.
Get ready.
What?
Let's look at it first. Look. Is the hour hand past the 4? Wah, wah, wah. No, so I'm going to go with my shorthand first. It's not past 4. It can't be 4 o'clock yet. It hasn't gotten there yet. Okay. And then, well, how many minutes past has it been? Count by 5s. Okay, ready?
About this one.
Is it 3:55, 4:55, or 11:20, or no answer? I see answers coming in and they look good to me. You remember that the little short hour hand was not past the 4 yet. It can't be B because it hasn't even gotten to 4 o'clock yet. Wah, 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 4 o'clock, it's not there. It's still part of 3 o'clock. It's really close to 4, but not quite there yet. All right, let's match each analog clock with the time that it shows. So take a second to really look closely at the hour hand first. That's your big tip. Look at the shorty hour hand first. That will tell you what time matches, okay? That's my big clue. Ooh, Leon, nice. Lucian, excellent. Emmy, you did it. Nice work. Who else? I'm going to show the pairs in just a second. Ooh, look at that bed. Nice. Lucian, Emmy's got it. Leon's got it. A couple more folks. Remember, if you're not looking at that shorty hand, that will tell you the hour first. Okay, Ruby's got it. Almost got it. Nice job. Okay, 5 more seconds. Shorty first. It's kind of like the baby ones. You want to deal with them first. Nice, Isaac. Excellent. Ooh, Mackenzie's almost done. There goes Addie. Okay, let's look at the pairs. I know. Remember when I said it's really hard to see the tiny lines? Well, look at this first clock up here, this fancy one. That short hand is not past the 10 yet. It still must be part of the hour before. It's a 9 something. So that matches 9:45. Over here, look at this one. It has not gotten to 8 o'clock yet. It's just before 8, so it must still be part of 5. See the tricks they're trying to pull? And this one hasn't turned 6 o'clock yet. It still must be part of 5. And then the last one, oh, this one got to 10 o'clock, and it's also a few minutes after 10, so 10:10. All right, loves, move it, Mrs. Cruz. We have a game to play. Comparing clocks. On the next slide, you will see an analog and a digital, and they're showing the same time. Think about how we represent. Some kids would say this is 2 o'clock. It's not 2 o'clock yet. It hasn't gotten there. It's still part of 1. How many minutes after 1? A lot. So we can count by 5s if we don't know. It's 5 minutes before 2 o'clock. It is also written 1:55. 1 is the hour, 55 minutes past the hour. All right. Quick quiz. When writing time, what goes to the left of the colon? The first number. that you write? Is it the hours, the minutes, or the seconds? What's that first number on the left-hand side of the dots? Is it the hours, the minutes, or the seconds? Next question. When writing the time, what goes on the other side, the right side of the colon? Is it the hours, the minutes, or seconds? What goes on the other side, the right-hand side of the colon? Okay. Hours, minutes, or seconds. Next question. What time does this clock show? I'll make it nice and big. Look carefully at that little hour hand. What's it not past yet? Still part of another hour. And then how many minutes past is it? Is it 3:40, 2:40? That's 2 o'clock and 40 minutes past, 8 o'clock and 15 minutes, or is it 7:15? That's 7 o'clock and 15 minutes past. Ooh, tricky, tricky, tricky. Let's try the last question. What time does this clock show? Go with the shorthand first. Ah, and then count how many minutes by fives. 25. Okay, is it 5 o'clock? Is it 12:25? Is it 11:25 or 5:25? Let's look at the answers. If you are looking at my screen, you should see the answers come rolling in. If you find that you have a couple of reds next to your name, then you know what to practice, right? It's okay if you get them wrong because now you know what to practice. That's what I do. If I get something wrong, I write it down so I remember to practice it so I'll get better at it. Okay? Also, you can practice this on your own when I share it with you later, and you'll get more answers right. Okay, enough, Miss Cruz. Good job, everybody. What are we doing? We're waiting for it to load. Oh, I'm going to skip this part. How confident do you now feel in your ability to tell time to the nearest 5 minutes? But also, stop and think about all the misconceptions that I had noticed. How comfortable do you now feel writing the time on a digital clock with the hour first and the colon and then the minutes, right? How comfortable do you feel about making sure that hour hand moves? That hour hand doesn't just sit at the 2 o'clock the whole time. He starts moving toward the 3 o'clock as the minutes progress. C, I can tell time on my own. Got this. I'm great. I can do it. I'm getting all the times right. Mrs. Cruz's feedback is very positive. B, I need a little help. Mrs. Cruz shares a little bit of help with me on my feedback. C, I need lots of help. Please sign me up for a help session. I mean, that was A. A is I need a lot more practice. Please sign up for a help session. Okay, guys, I think we're done. Thank you for learning with me. Dance like the fox. And we are going to make a couple of quick announcements and then go to Ben and his game. Okay, so hang tight because I'm going to stop sharing. And thank you. Thank you so much for remembering your promise today. A few kids kind of forgot, but you guys reset, and thank you for fixing that. And now I do want to say that tomorrow at 10:30, if you'd like, you can join our Festive Friday celebration. It's every Friday through the month of December. Let me see what else. Today's the day that I'm going to go peek and see who did the November reading challenge, the book reports. And then I'll reach out to you and tell you who gets a prize. So if you did it, you're going to get a prize. I will look for the forms to see if you filled out forms. Anything else I need to tell you? Nope, I don't think so. Okay, I think we're all done. Anybody have any questions? Let's go to Miss Addie and then Miss Emmy.